What's going on, everybody? This is DK Dynamite, and today we're going to be talking about the brand new Black Ops 2 Remastered rumors when all the 2012 maps are reportedly coming back, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and also as a reminder, we got plenty of brand new coverage going up over on detonated.com, expanding on all the content that you're seeing here on the channel, just in the form of articles on the website and plenty of tweets also on Detonated's Twitter. With that being said, we haven't seen a brand new remastered Call of Duty title in quite some time. We saw COD 4 remastered in 2016, featuring both campaign and multiplayer. Then we saw just campaign remastered for OG Modern Warfare 2 at some point in, I believe it was 2020 or 2021. It's been quite a while. Obviously, there were rumors for a while that Sony signed a deal with Activision to remaster the OG Modern Warfare trilogy, and we would have all those games released 30 days early on PlayStation 4 and 5. We didn't end up seeing Modern Warfare 3 remastered. It's unclear if that'll ever happen, but it is the 20-year anniversary of COD after all, hence why OG MW2 multiplayer is essentially being completely remastered for MW3 later this fall. We will see all 16 OG MW2 maps inside of MW3 multiplayer, at least at launch, and then who knows what else is to follow with the post-launch of MW3 multiplayer. Now, if you guys are wondering, well, when is another opportunity to see another Call of Duty game get remastered? Could it be World at War, Black Ops 1, even the famous Black Ops 2? When could we see that? And you know what? There actually is another perfect opportunity aside from the 20-year anniversary of COD, and that is just the year 2025, because that is the same year that Black Ops 2 initially took place. Now, I do want to keep you guys reminded, though, before we get into any juicy details, that with the upcoming Microsoft acquisition, it still hasn't closed yet, but when that does happen, anything that we talk about in this video could change, right? These rumors, leaks, all the spicy updates, all this is completely subject to change once new leadership does inevitably take over in the next, year or two. All these plans could be shifted. Or, again, Microsoft could take over and nothing actually changes for quite some time, or they just leave the same leadership in place to continue making the same decisions that have clearly made billions of dollars for Activision Blizzard. So as reported by El Baberto, an individual has been leaking quite a bit of information for MW3 and other Call of Duty titles. I think every single year we have a new person on the internet that goes ahead and just leaks a bunch of info for Call of Duty and other major titles. Baberto is that guy this year. He went ahead and claimed that this is very likely to change within the next 2 years, but COD 2025 seems to be like MW3, but for Treyarch's 2024 title, featuring all BO2 multiplayer map remasters. So if you guys are confused as to what that means, look at the cycle as it stands right now, right? Modern Warfare 2 came out. It's a game on a brand new engine, featuring the star of a new story in the Modern Warfare universe, of course. MW3 is a direct sequel to that game, releasing just a year after, and it essentially is built on the same technology with the same assets and features the carry forward feature, allowing you to take all your Modern Warfare 2 content into Modern Warfare 3. So think of a bit of a reset with Black Ops 2024. That game comes out, you obviously won't be able to use your Modern Warfare 2 or 3 content in that game. You can of course still use all of that though in Warzone. That's pretty clear, and it's common sense to those out there who are familiar with how Warzone 1 allowed you to use all your content from Modern Warfare 19, Cold War Vanguard. We'll have a reset with Black Ops 2024, but then in 2025, another Black Ops game could release, and it'll feature the carry forward option from 2024. So we might be on this new cycle that we talked about around a year ago, where I know the Ghost of Hope reported on this. It was a tick and tock news cycle for Call of Duty, where you get a tick one year and a tock the next year, then a tick, then a tock. So essentially the tock is like Modern Warfare 3 or this 2025 title, which is an expansion on the game that had just come out a year prior. So realistically, this 2025 Black Ops title will be a direct sequel, probably featuring a campaign that picks up right where 2024's post-launch season left off, and you'll be able to bring in all your weapons, cosmetics, and unlocks from that game into the 2025 title, but then at launch, the set of multiplayer maps may just be every single OG Black Ops 2 map from 2012. Now, over the years, we've seen some BO2 maps get remastered. I know we saw a couple in BO3, and then we saw some in Cold War, and we might not get any BO2 maps remade inside of Black Ops 2024 because they're all being saved for 2025. Now, that's actually really interesting to think about, because for a game like Modern Warfare 2, for example, we haven't seen a single map from OG 2009 MW2 brought into the new MW2, but that was done for a reason, because they're all being saved for Modern Warfare 3. So it might be a case inside of Black Ops 2024 multiplayer where the only remakes we get are from games like World at War, Black Ops 1, maybe 3 or 4. I mean, obviously 2 of those games took place in the future, so they have to kind of recreate those environments to fit the 90s, since apparently the game focuses on the Gulf War and the Iraq War. Let's see how they end up doing that, but there'll be a massive outcry for BO2 map remasters, and if we don't see any of those throughout the life cycle of 2024, then it will make sense they're being saved for the launch window of Black Ops 2025. Now, as I said earlier, it'll be poetic to see all OG BO2 maps faithfully remastered, but for 2025, since that was the year that all those maps actually took place in, which is hilarious. And on top of that, if you guys are like, wait, why don't we just see classic COD games remastered with the campaigns, with the multiplayers, and maybe even the zombies? I just don't think, at least current Activision, has any interest in doing that again. I think that made sense for COD 4 in 2016 when we had 3 active COD games at once. You had Black Ops 3 Year 2, Infinite Warfare, and MW Remastered MP, with new weapons and content that dropped over the course of a few months. Times were different back then. Now we're in the Warzone era, and now we're under different leadership that has a different agenda for Call of Duty. And I just think the way they're doing this now is better than nothing. You guys can argue, oh, the maps should all be free, but hey, instead of paying $70 for just a Black Ops 2 remaster, you'd be paying for a new campaign, a multiplayer featuring all OG BO2 maps. And then what about zombies though, right? That's a good segue into a topic that I wanted to incorporate in this video. I could of course make a different one at some point too, I'm sure I will, but this could be the opportunity to finally see a Zombies Chronicles 2, right? It's obviously just speculation at this point because these plans are subject to change, but when else would there be a perfect opportunity to remaster or remake the 3 maps that never got remastered a single time? And those are the Victus maps that were also in Black Ops 2, so maybe that's the opportunity to get Transit, Die Rise Buried, and who knows what other maps inside of the Zombies at that game's launch. I mean, I'm still thinking that there'll be a point in the future, zombies-wise, where they release every single Treyarch zombie map to date, obviously from World at War to maybe Black Ops 3-ish, maybe not Black Ops 4 and forward, but we'll see. They'll release all those maps bundled together on the new MW engine, allowing you to use all of your cosmetics and operators and bundles on all those maps. That would change everything. Could you imagine if they did that? I think that would be wild, but if there is an opportunity to do that, it probably wouldn't be until 2025. If that game, again, is going to launch with all BO2 remastered MP maps, might as well go ahead and do zombies as well. Now, a funny detail that you guys probably didn't know is that David Mason actually joined the military in 1996. Now, with Black Ops Gulf War focusing on the Gulf War, the Iraq War, the early to mid 90s, it is totally possible the game either addresses or leaves off at 1996 when David Mason joins the military, and that could be how they go ahead and tell a full-fledged story with his character either in the post-launch season of Black Ops 2024 or in the campaign of Black Ops 2025. There could be a campaign all about young David Mason, kind of expanding on the 30 years where his father was missing. That could also help bridge the gap better with all the stories that we saw in Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops Cold War. There'll be a lot of opportunity narrative-wise to actually go ahead and do that, and I think that's perfect to all start bridging the gap better between Black Ops and Modern Warfare, because I think at some point it'll be cool to see Task Force 141 come across David Mason and his crew for whatever plot point, if everything is still canon the way that we think it is. So yeah, maybe we'll get some futuristic continuation as well. If Black Ops 2025 has all futuristic maps remastered at launch, maybe the campaign has flashbacks to the late 90s and then, you know, picks up where BO2's past missions left off, and then also follows up on the events after Black Ops 2, which really never got followed up on in Black Ops 3 or 4, you know, to see what happened with Menendez later, to see what is actually canon, where did David Mason go after that. Lots of potential, I think, story-wise to do a lot here, and I'm really excited to see that. But overall, what it looks like right now is that we're on this current cycle that, of course, could change, where you get 2 years of Infinity Ward content, 2 years of Treyarch content. If you're like, wait, DK, what about Raven, Sledgehammer, and the other dev studios? Well, Raven and most of the other studios will probably be helping with co-op and BR, Resurgence, and live events, so on and so forth. But Sledgehammer has an interesting position here, because what could be possible now is that they work on the TOC with the tick system. So you have a tick and TOC COD cycle, the tick being MW2, the TOC being MW3, another tick being Black Ops 2024, a TOC being Black Ops 2025. Sledgehammer might be working on those second titles that release every other year. Maybe that's what their role is going forward, where they essentially take what was already done with the main game that had just come out, and then they work on the sequel with campaign. They work on remastering a bunch of MP maps or helping with the zombies. That could be what their role is moving forward, unless we somehow see 2 years of Infinity Ward, essentially 2 years of Treyarch, 2 years of Sledgehammer. I don't think that's what they're gonna do. I think this new cycle is probably the healthiest for all the dev studios. I mean, it still is a 3-year dev cycle essentially for Infinity Ward and Treyarch, if Sledgehammer is helping in between with those sequel games. But that is about it. This has been DK Dynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on these brand new rumors about Black Ops 2025 featuring all BO2 maps faithfully remastered? I know it's probably too early to be talking about the next Black Ops or the game after that, but it always makes for cool discussion to address rumors like this whenever they do pop up. Leave all your thoughts down below. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.